In reality, what we're probably actually going to do is 15 per second basic electronic boards. I mean, we have lots of these elsewhere, so I don't think we need tons of those. And so that'll means that we'll just take half of these boards and turn them, these basic circuit boards, and turn them into basic electronic boards. So we'll have a surplus of 15 per second basic circuit boards and then a 15 per second basic electronic boards. Now, we could make 30 per second electronic circuit boards. Numbers are not getting crazy here, except for maybe electronic components and transistors, but all in all, this is not terrible. One of the things we're probably going to need is the actual tree farm as well for making the trees, the wood. Yeah, because this does 15 per second, and that's going to want 15 per second. So basically we got to build 2 of these. Right. So yeah, you'll stay the same. Now, for electronic logic boards, $60 per second. There's no way we're gonna be able to feed. We're gonna be able to feed this. Not with the current manufacturing that we're doing. So what I mean by that is the current mining or processing and then manufacturing and smelting of things that we're currently doing won't be able to feed this thing. Then again, I don't think we're going to have to run it at this rate. I don't think we're going to have to run it at this rate all the time. So maybe I do go with what I originally set. Because basically if I build it to this scale, it will be able to consume as much as I can throw at it. And should be able to produce whatever we're going to need. This will be the kind of be-all, end-all electronics facility. I don't know if there's anything beyond purple circuits. I don't think so. I don't think there is another circuit board beyond that. Well, I can probably find out, because whatever it's going to use, it will have, whatever it's going to be, should have CPUs on it, right? So if I say CPUs used for electronic processing boards, these module kits, which we're going to have to also think about making, but no. Purple circuits is the top end, so ooh, a little bit of an issue there. Okay. All right, so this is where I think we're going to do double wides. Double wide loading bays, plus parking. Very similar to this. And it's probably going to look very similar to this with a number of things we're going to have to bring in. So, let's do it. How do I want to do it? Do I actually want to do it very similar to this, where I have parking kind of going out horizontally and then wrapping around, coming into... Yeah, that's probably actually a good idea. Okay, so the in is this, the out is this, right? And if I look at the double wide bay, the in is there and the out is there. Okay. I think. Now the question is how much? How much? Let's see, what are we going to bring in? Copper wire coils. We're going to be making the wood. We're going to need iron sheet coils. We're going to need copper coils. We're going to need tin sheet coils. We're going to need liquid resin. That's 5. We're going to need silver plates. We're going to need glass fibers. We're going to need gold sheet coils. We're going to need ammonia gas. We're going to need coal. That's 10. We're going to need solder. We're going to need iron ore. Chlorine gas, I'm guessing. Chlorine gas. Did I already account for that? No. We're gonna need tinned wire coils. So I want to bring in coke as well. Yeah, we're probably gonna bring in coke. That's 20. Was that 15? I think that's 15. We need sodium hydroxide. We're going to need silicon of some description. We're going to need plastic, silver, and copper wire coils already count for. We're going to need sulfuric acid. We're going to do something with silicon. And gold wire coils. So we're going to need 20. Okay. So let's scale it to 24, just to give myself some extra capacity. So 24 parking bays. And then we will tack on the loading bays as we need them. All right, tight parking. And that is the input. Hold on, first things first. Let's get... Oh, that would be crushed stone. I see. So I actually did not want to convert that stone to Or did I crush stone into stone? There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna take those off. Okay. I just need one. Okay. We can get the bots to do the rest. Okay. Gaseous puffer eggs. We'll get around to doing a puffer facility at some point. Alright, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and 24. And compact. Packed parking really works, doesn't it? The length of the double loading. Okay. Right, so the output. Oh, a cliff here. Ah. Okay, so the output. We'll need some clear space to work. All right. No, I don't want to do that. Bar. Something along these lines. Okay. There will be our double loading. Let's put it there. Because they'll come in here, go through the parking, come out of the parking, come up and around here, into the loading bay, out of the loading bay. Maybe I can modify this. So come out of the loading bay. No, we don't want to wiggle like that. Like that. Now that will basically, well, we could still add more parking. We'll just have to rework some of this area, but that would be fine. Okay, and then what we would need to do is, okay, we need to figure out exactly where... Yeah, that's where it would be. Okay. There we go. So then our second loading bay would be there. Oh man, we're gonna need roboports. Start a little forest fire there to help clear that. All right, so oh. Little construction bots are getting burned. It's all right. They'll get repaired once they're back into a roboport. Okay. So that is where the stop will be. I kind of really need this to be built for alignment purposes. Alright. So what we'll do is we'll use this as the... We'll use that as... and what else do we need? We need hydrogen chloride gas. Did the fire destroy that? I guess it did. Oh well. this will be... chlorine gas. Now, I have to figure out how I'm going to make this hydrogen chloride gas. Alright, so what are my options here? We have hydrogen and we have chlorine gas. Enough to make 1,000 per second of this? I don't know. My guess is no. We have some more chlorine gas here. But what does it take to make 1,000 per second? 500 per second. Okay, so then what we'll need is we'll need 2 loading bays. Probably gonna want to make this nice and close because space is going to be at a slight premium. There we go. Oops. One. 1, 2, 3, 4. My wagons? They are. This isn't gonna get built in the way that it's currently laid out. More of those trees out of the way. A little hung up in the trees there. All right. Here's where we want to have a robo port. Okay. That should give us the coverage we need. To get started. Alright, so this is going to need to be... And since these are all chain signals, not sure I really need to have them, but... Fine. And then on the exit out, stop bumping into stuff. Some moving blocks. But that'll do. And so this is going to be... Do I have an electronics? No. Electronics Foundry. We're not even going to call it Alpha. It's going to be the only one. Electronics Foundry, iron or unloading. So, where are we going to go grab some iron ore? We're probably actually going to need 2 trains that'll do this. I think we have plenty of iron ore here. Well, yeah, we're going to need 2 trains that'll do this. Alright, so you are going to go to ore processing Alpha and load some iron. Empty it here, go get some fuel. Actually, let's grab you. Burn off some of that wood. Bring it over here. Copy that. Paste it there. Except we are not going to... We could just change that. Yeah, copy paste is not going to work. Because what we want you to do is to go to ore processing beta and load iron ore. Cargo. And then bring it here. Empty cargo, and then go get some fuel. Because we should have decent amounts of iron ore here. Yeah, we do. I don't happen to have any trains. No. What about locomotive ones? Do I have locomotive ones? Yeah, I do have some locomotive ones. You grab those, and then I'll upgrade them to twos. Alright. I think this is a good place to stop, so go ahead and stop here. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.